So what do we have in these kits this time around?
Sure, yeah, you're gonna have your instruction sheet. On the back will have a diagram of all of the knots we're using for this macrame. You'll also have one wooden dowel. You'll have 8 long pieces of cord, 1 short piece of cord, and a toothpick, and then you'll need a pair of scissors.
Awesome. All right, so let's get started. So first what we're gonna do is we're going to take our cords and we're gonna start with the Lark heads knot, which is going to be the one that's down here at the bottom.
Okay.
And you're gonna wanna string all 8 strings on the dowel.
Okay. So
loop over it.
Okay.
And then in the loop, pull the string through. And then pull tight.
All right, are we trying to get them as even as possible?
Try and get them as even as possible. The easiest way to fix that is just to loosen up it up at the top and then just pull the side that you need to get longer.
Awesome. And so we're doing all 8 in the same direction.
Same direction.
Going over before we're going over again.
And you want to just make sure that they're all in the same direction just so that it's all uniform.
It'll look prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's okay if you mess up. So now that we've got all of our Lark's heads knots done, you want to try and make them as tight as possible on the dowels. That way it stays on there pretty securely.
How do you tighten them? You just pull on them?
Just pull on the long strings. They'll tighten up. If it's not, doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, you can kind of like pull up against the cord that's wrapped around it. It kind of tightens it.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to make sure everything is not tangled. You want to, like, everything is in a nice line so that you're not going to mix up anything. Because the biggest part of this is going to make sure everything is straight to be able to do these knots. So the next step we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing all of these square knots. It's going to be one of the harder knots, but you're going to be doing it a lot. So by the time you get done with the triangle, you should be able to be a pro at
it. For a closer look, it is the first knot on this cheat sheet here.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the first 4 strings and kind of push the other ones off to the side so you don't get too confused. Take the outer of those 4 strings. Those are going to be the ones you'll work with. So I have to repeat this over and over just so that I don't mess it up.
Okay.
But you'll take the left one, you'll go over the 2, so over, and then under that one, and then the right one, you're going to go under. So under the left one that you just pulled over.
Okay, so we're making kind of a 4 with that left one.
Right. And then, so you'll be under the far left one that is now over on the right side, and then underneath the 2 middle ones. And then you're going to want to go back over, just like that, on the left one. And so you'll pull that tight. You'll see how it comes together in a, kind of looks like a little loop. And there you go. When you pull it tight all the way up to the top, that secures it. And then you're just going to do that again. So over, under.
To create our 4.
And then under everything.
Under everything except for that last
one. And then the last one you come back over. And then you pull tight.
Got a little twisted.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to push those off to those 4 strings off to the side, and we're going to take the next 4, and we're going to do that all the way through this top row.
Okay.
We got our first row done. Awesome. So to do the second row, you're going to want to take the last 2 strands on both sides and just kind of throw them away. Because we are not using them. So we're going to do the same thing as what we did last time. Just make sure that your strings are not tangled, because they will be sticking up, so it may get a little confusing at first.
Okay.
But you're going to take the first 4 strings. And just remember, we're not using the 2 on the ends.
Right. We've already got those out of the way.
All those out of the way. All right. So again, over, over, under, 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 over. I think I said that right.
Yeah, under, under.
It's like so many unders. Second row is done. So we're going to do the same thing as what we did with the first one. So the 2 strings on the end, throw them away. And then we're going to do 4 on the right side, or the left side, the other, not the right side, the other right. All right. So this time, this row, it's only going to be 2 square knots.
Gets a little easier each time.
Yeah. So now, again, the 2 strings on the side, on the ends, throw them away. Yeah. So all will be left is going to be 4.
Perfect for one more knot.
Exactly. So this is going to be the tip of our triangle pyramid upside down.
So we got to make this one look good.
Yeah. All right, look at us.
Woohoo.
So it is perfectly okay that ours look a little bit different. Mine's mine's just really tight, and you had yours.
I
a
went
little
for a looser
yeah,
approach,
which is both are correct.
stylistic.
Exactly. So the next thing we're going to be working on is we're going to work on the very end part, which is going to consist of the half hitch knots.
So it's the middle knot there.
Mm-hmm. So when we do this, we are going to take the very end string on the left side. That is going to be our anchor string.
Okay.
You are not going to make any knots with this. Everything is going to be wrapped around it.
Okay.
So in the end, it is going to be the one that's going to be in the center.
So it's going diagonal across.
Diagonal across. So now that you got your first row done, these two that are in the center, your original anchors, you will not be using them
Okay.
for when you do the second row. So when you do the second row, your anchors are going to be the ones on the side. So we're going to just do the same thing we did the first time, and we're going to do it again.
All right.
right, so now that we've got our 2 rows done, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be finishing up all of the knots by combining them together into a square knot again.
Okay, so we've already done that knot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It'll be just a test to see if you remember.
Yeah.
Over, over, under.
Under, over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over, over, under. So this next part is going to be cutting the string to kind of go with the point that you just did. So if you want to, the length of it is totally up to you. You may have some smaller bits like Brittany's here with this one that you might want to consider being your anchor point.
Okay.
Totally up to you.
So just in a diagonal then?
In a diagonal. If you want to separate them just so that you know where your middle part is, just make a little gap and then.
Oh, these are not great scissors.
Let's see here. I'm going to use the table as my straight line. Nope, need it to be straight.
I'm gonna worry about it being in such a straight line.
You can always trim it up later. You'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
That's the magic phrase. Do you want to use my scissors?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
All right.
Cut this a little bit shorter. Okay.
All right. So you can either leave them like this, or if you want to make them a little bit more fluffy looking, you just take the toothpick and you just kind of unravel it. It will take a little bit of time, but you just gotta untwist everything. It's like one of the ways that you can also do it is just twist it the opposite direction that the cord is.
Okay.
Alrighty, so the last thing we're gonna do is just put the string on to be able to hang it.
Okay.
One of the ways that you can do it, you can do it on the ends, but if you want to do it through the loops in the sides so it does not fall off, that's totally an option. And all you gotta do is just tie it like a normal knot. It's a very simple knot that is not mean.
So it's a normal knot?
Normal double knot, yeah.
Okay.
Doing it twice to just make sure it's secure.
I gotcha.
Great job.
Well, thank you.
Definitely remember to be very patient with yourself when you do these. It can be difficult, but we can't wait to see what you guys do. Make sure you share what you do. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.